It's a good way to do it, I guess. I mean, that makes sense.
It is a way to do it. Well, Dan, welcome back to recording. This is going to be our can episode.
Yay!
Oh, we talk about cans, like our favorite kind of cans.
Yeah,
I miss tin cans. I mean, a lot of people like the aluminum, but the tin was really nice.
Back in my day, we used copper. Copper cans are worth more than pennies.
But, I mean, there's also lead cans, which, I mean, there were some health issues.
Well, how else are you going to get some good quality lead paint?
I mean, it tasted fine.
It tasted good.
The soup is for my family, though. Let me just put that out there.
The soup?
Soup?
Do you get a family discount on the soup?
Do you get a family discount?
I'm buying bulk.
I'm trying so hard not to cough. I guess this is as good a time as any. Welcome back to We Could Cast, everybody. This is officially episode 3 of the cast, our 4th one recording. So glad to see all of your lovely faces or ears. I guess we're sort of seeing your ears, not so much your face. But I bet you're beautiful.
I mean,
some of these pretty.
I can see their faces.
You can?
Yeah.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
That one the one in the corner looks fine. The other one on the other corner,
I don't know.
Well, I thought we were meeting at the same house tonight. We were just going to record outside someone's house.
I mean,
stare.
They need to fix their face.
All faces are beautiful.
All faces are the beautifuls.
It's debatable.
Except for yours. You know who you are, Tim. You know which Tim.
You called him out. All right.
I did. I called out Tim. or whatever your stepdad's name is.
All right, we're not. Nope, because there's possibility that this will be listened to by someone. So,
well, as of right now, there are quite a few listeners that we don't know.
Yeah,
who they are. I don't know if I've updated you on our listener count, but it's higher.
Is there a way I can look at that?
I could show you. I could shoot you a screenshot.
Okay.
Otherwise, right. I suppose I could give you access to the Anchor shit that we're using.
I mean, it's up to you. I don't really care. I've just been curious to know.
Mm-hmm. Like, as all you really need it for is to upload episodes, look at analyticals, and like the marketing shit that we don't really care about, anyways. Because we're freeballing this 100%.
Exactly.
Like, if
I generally am.
You what?
I generally am. Freeballing? Yeah, usually.
Oh.
Even in jeans.
Even in shorts. Let's be honest. Even in my jeggings, freeball. No pants, it's just balls.
My jorts.
My jorts. My purple jorts.
My Yama bra.
Oh god, what is another really bad 90s? Like windbreakers?
Yeah. Bright purple, greens, pinks, yeah.
Dude, it was at Walmart the other day with Susie, and we saw it was a windbreaker that was like for the 90s. It had it was a base purple, and the breast pockets had a green, like a lime green flap, and there was a little zigzag somewhere. And up here on the top left breast said music television. And on the back had the old MTV logo.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really hitting that nostalgia factor there.
And the age factor.
Yeah.
Oh man, I was like, babe, have you ever seen anything more 90s in the last 30 years?
Right.
So Dan, we did a little bit with Susie yesterday. Obviously, you haven't heard it because I just edited it and it won't be up until Thursday at 6 a.m. That is when we release all of our episodes, Thursday, 6 a.m. And we just kind of did what we did last time. The tell us about yourself and some horribly embarrassing stories, I guess, is what we went with.
Yeah, we originally were gonna go zombie apocalypse, and it just transitioned into telling terribly, terribly embarrassing, cringy stories of our past.
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
Yeah.
Because
it got pretty bad.
I want to say the derailing point was when we were like, yeah, zombie apocalypse. Tyler has written papers, and you were like, yes. And then you explained your paper story, and then you were like, and we ruined it for this one girl. And I was like, oh, can we talk about Allison or Alice or the fuck her name is?
Yep, Alice.
And then we just derailed So
our
hard.
usual go-tos.
Yeah, and then we told some cringy stories that we thought we'd never talk about again.
Yeah.
One of which Dan was a part of.
Mm-hmm.
Which one was that?
He doesn't want to say it again.
I really want to repeat it.
Well, just tell me, like, the general, like, if you were to title it, what would you call it?
Title, worst call to girlfriend ever while at your house.
Worst call to girl... Is it the one with...
Where I pretended to die in a car accident. I don't know if you remember that or not. It was when I was at your house.
When you were at my house?
Yeah.
Like, which house?
Your mom's house. Back in the day. We were like 16 or 17.
This keeps Tyler up at night, and Dan's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Is this when
means
you
nothing to
called... Is this when you called the... Is this Missouri?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Okay. Yep, I know what you're talking about.
Yo, there it is. Yeah.
Yeah, Tyler had it so repressed. Like, I told my cringy story, which, when the episode comes out, Dan... Well... Tyler kind of... Well, I mean, you're part of it, but...
Yeah.
I basically pretended to be an arms dealer for a Vietnamese client when I was 14 years old.
Oh my God.
In front of people I respected, with a phone that did not have any service, and my friends knew it had no service. So...
Yeah.
Yeah.
It got pretty cringy.
Yeah, super fucking cringy. It was gross.
But we have new topics this week.
Yep. Well... A recycled one that we tried to get to.
Hey, we'll get to it.
We'll get to it. Do you want? Because it's still your turn.
Yeah. Let's do it. So we're gonna talk about zombie apocalypse plans, what we know about it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what we quote unquote know, I guess. I mean, it's not real, but
I've watched The Walking Dead once. TWD.
I guess I don't know how we want to start this off.
Well, I think to be fair, Dan has come back from his busy business trip, or whatever excuse we gave you on the last episode. I think we should bust Dan and see what he... Well, let's break this into categories, because there's so many situations. Let's say, for the first round, zombie apocalypse, you're by yourself.
But we gotta discuss what kind of zombies is it, though?
And then we'll break it down further.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not going to go... Listeners, we're not going to be here for 3 hours. I promise.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
We'll go all day with this.
Go all day. I say, let's go... I don't think we should do magical undead, unless we can sum it up pretty quick. Let's start with infected undead. Do you think?
Thinking like classic George A. Romero shuffling zombies.
Shuffling,
like
okay.
Your classic, not mutated, but like, hey, these are zombies, and that's all there is to it.
Like, literally undead, like...
Yeah.
Magical, somehow alive.
Right.
Okay.
Like, you don't have runners, you don't have...
Right.
They don't
Just the
climb on
shufflers.
each other to make towers and...
Yeah, not
None
World
of the
War
World War
Z.
Z.
Yeah, like Walking Dead / George A. Romero sort of stuff.
Okay. Ooh, we should do one about the Left 4 Dead zombies. How would we do that?
Ooh, that one can also be done as
Oh,
well.
that'd be horrible. I think I'd just shoot myself in the head.
I mean, I can tell you mine... Yeah, I was gonna say, I can tell you mine for Left 4 Dead right now, and that would just be to pop myself in the head with a...
Yeah,
we'll do a
pretty
suicide
much.
pact. We'll line up next to each other and try to shoot ourselves through ourselves. Make sure 2
Just
bullets
a
hit.
deagle to the front of the skull.
Oh, jeez.
Just put it up
I
my
want to
mouth.
make sure they can't identify me.
Yeah.
I don't want to feel anything while these corpses are biting down on me. I think Dan. Why don't we start with Mr. Daniel? Let's say you're on your own, like you're coming back from like work or something, and
Yes,
suddenly,
coming
I don't know.
back from work, which means going downstairs.
Let's pretend you work 20 minutes from home or something, and you leave your wonderful 8-hour shift. That's so fun. And you come outside and there's just zombies, and for some reason it hasn't impeded on your day. Like you didn't go out for a coffee today or some dumb shit. So all of a sudden, boom, zombies, and you're like, fuck, I just got done with my 9 to 5. What is Dan's first move? Like I would say, we'll say you come out to the parking lot and it's just like, oh shit, shufflers and fires.
Well, I get in my car and I go to the nearest sporting goods store and grab a few guns and some ammunition and a couple machetes and probably some, I don't know if I want to say camping gear, but at least like camping food, like dehydrated food. and one of them water filter things that you can like just
purifiers,
like the
yeah,
straw.
water. Well, not necessarily the straw. Probably the straw and another one that you can make like bulk purified water.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. And then I would probably see if I can find anyone else that's alive.
Okay.
He's going for the group survival try.
He's going for group survival.
Yeah.
Thinking he can rebuild society.
Well, it's more just like safety in numbers. I don't really care about rebuilding society because society sucks. But
well, I mean, that's why you rebuild it.
Yeah, and that you are building a society.
Your own fashion.
Yeah.
But if it turns out, like, if I don't find anyone, it turns out I'm literally the only person left from the zombie apocalypse. I'm done. I'm done with it.
I wouldn't say, well, I mean, that is a possibility, but I wouldn't say, like, at your 8-hour shift and, you know, and then there's zombies and shit. Yeah, you wouldn't be the last one. There would be survivors, but I would put the population of zombies versus the population of, like, non-infected or whatever to 40% zombies.
Okay.
So there's quite a few walkers. Like, none of them have, like, come out of the grave or anything. Or no, we're doing magically dead, aren't we?
Yeah,
no.
like,
I thought we were doing just like, walkers.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, walkers. Like they're not like, I got rabies and I'm a zombie now.
Oh, yeah.
Are we doing like, they're just undead for some reason?
Essentially, but I mean, still contact through biting and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a werewolf curse.
Yeah.
So I guess like curse zombie, kinda.
I mean, it's still an infection.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
But like a magical, like if the host, you know, gets their head cut off. Or no, I guess not their head cut off, but like a serious bleeding wound, they lose all their blood. They'll still be going.
Yeah.
So it would be like a curse, magical infection kind of thing.
Essentially, yeah.
Okay, so that's what we're going with.
Yeah.
So like headshots or nothing.
Yeah, you have to decapitate the head in some way. Yeah.
Okay. So Dan's first move, to reiterate, was get in his car, go to a sporting goods store, pick up arms and some bug out shit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I also should probably say, before I get my car, I would do a very quick Tiger Woods fist pump and say, yes! And then get my car.
Here we go!
Would that fist pump be thrown in your fiance's face?
Well, if I'm at work, then no.
True, yeah.
I will Tiger Woods her later.
Oh.
No, you're thinking Chris Brown.
Ooh. You get a biter too and just...
Ooh.
Oh, that's a little sad. I don't know if I'm over that yet. I don't know if I'm over the Rihanna Chris Brown thing. Because I was so involved.
So, Steven, how about you?
All right, Steven's first move. I leave work, hit the parking lot, walkers, crawlers. Oh my. Well, I think I would assume that this infection or whatever has been going on either all day or it's been like 4 to 6 hours.
Something like that, yeah.
Something in my 8-hour day. So I would assume that the stores might be empty and I might go to like a neighboring small town that might not have been hit yet. Mm-hmm. I'm just going off the assumption that the more populated areas would have been hit first. So I might drive... I don't know. I feel like I have a decent knowledge of smaller towns nearby, but I would try to go to a small town to pick up supplies, and I'd have to get some sort of weapon. I don't know if... I might go to like a mechanic shop, to be honest, like a car place.
Ooh, that's not a bad spot.
Like a Napa, and see if I can't get one of those giant, like, 3/4 drive wrenches.
The giant torque wrench thing.
Just a fucking wrench.
Yeah.
Or a couple, because I feel out of all the weapons that I could bring, if I get like a regular wrench, like an 1.25 wrench, like for semis, I can put my pinky through the ring at the bottom and have a huge grip at the bottom of it and have enough leverage at top that it could just be a bat.
If you had even just a little bit of time, if you could find some electrical or duct tape, you could just tape that on there, and that makes a really nice improvised grip.
Super good grip. Yeah, so I think I would approach it from the idea that most of the town and like major spots like Walmarts and sporting goods places might have been hit already.
Yeah.
And anywhere that I could, like, largely commercially find food has probably been taken down, or it's too infested with crawlers and shit.
Right.
So I would probably head to a town of maybe 2,000. I can think of at least a few that might have a grocery store. Hit there, fill up my... I don't know if I'd fill up with a bunch of cans, per se. Definitely cans, but cans are heavy.
Make sure you have a can opener.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I have a wrench. just fucking pop it in, make all this noise.
Clang, clang, clang.
But, like... I think I would look for... Like, I would definitely get all the canned foods, but I wouldn't get too many because a can of food weighs a shitload.
Yeah.
But it only carries maybe a meal.
Right.
Which is nice. I would look for... And they'd be smaller, too, but if I loaded, like 80 cans of food in the back of my truck, and I need to abandon the truck, I can't take it all.
Right.
Or even a lot of it. I'd take maybe like 6 cans.
Yeah, at that point, generally the kind of foods you'd want to be looking for. Trail mixes, jerkies, like anything like dried meats. Things that essentially, like along with soup. Oh, I'll get a little closer. Things that can stay preserved for a long time are always a fantastic idea.
Mm-hmm.
And lighter is better, and that's why I suggest trail mixes, jerkies. There I am with my ums.
It would also be good.
You see your turd right there.
I see it.
It'd also be good if you find an army surplus store that would have the MREs, because those are pretty,
also true. Yeah,
I mean they taste like crap, but
it's food.
It's
nutritional.
Yeah. But in my mind, I would see that as like everybody's first thought. So I would go for the second thought.
Right.
Like, oh yeah, I went to buttfuck nowhere's the grocery store that just says the name is somebody's last name.
Mm-hmm.
Like middle of nowhere, who gives a shit? And yeah, I would try to get jerkies and enough food that doesn't need to be preserved, like it's preserved for at least 2 years. And then I would see to find some sort of place where I could maybe settle down. Like I would be thinking for the future, like maybe getting seeds.
Mm-hmm.
Something that comes with fertile seeds, not like apples, because apples in stores are sold with infertile seeds.
Correct.
Like watermelons and all that shit, which I can't eat anyways.
Yeah, that's going to make your life really difficult.
Isn't it?
Since
like
I would have to be a
pumpkins
hunter.
and squash.
I don't know if
those are
can
infertile.
eat those.
I can if they're cooked.
Okay, yeah. Like,
I mean, you only eat squash cooked, really.
I mean, also true, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But like a lot of things that you can't eat raw because your body doesn't like it.
Nope. I have a horrible reaction. Hey, listeners, if any of you have this, please send an email to wecouldcast@gmail.com. I can't eat raw food without either having back spasms, over salivating, or throwing up. My body will not take it. I can have a little bit and I'll just be miserable for an hour, but for the rest, like I just can't. I can't have sushi. I can't have oranges. I can have a little bit of oranges. I can't have grapes. I can't have melon. Anything raw that includes salads. Anything. I can't have lettuce on my burger. Can't have tomatoes. Nothing.
Yep.
Absolutely nothing. So, but back to my zombie apocalypse thing. We're actually staying on topic.
I know, it's great.
Oh my god. I think my first move would be to find an auto store where I can get a giant wrench or a few, and maybe like Tyler said, get some tape, some sort of electrical tape to make a grip, and then maybe look to a smaller town with a grocery store and try to legitimately purchase things from there, or take someone out to get food and take their gun.
It depends on how chaotic things have gotten to that point. How much society has already broken down.
Yeah, I mean, it's in the first, 4 to 6 hours. For all we know, nothing had happened there. The first walker might have made it there.
Yeah.
But that would be my first move. What would Tyler's first move be?
So I'm getting off of work. Put it into context. I work at a gas station. So already right there, I have... Assuming that I can, gauge this situation properly. These are clearly zombies. These are not just homeless people.
This isn't California.
I mean,
California's fucked. They wouldn't be able to tell.
Yeah. So the nice thing is that right there, I've already got fuel for my car.
Mm-hmm.
I have things to put extra fuel in, so I can take a little bit of time with that. We have plenty of heavier things like blunt objects and stuff. We have these really nice milk hooks for like crates.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're actually really nice. They got some weight to them. Everything I touch, I immediately judge on this thing. It's something that's never gone away. It's such a bad habit for something that'll never happen, but I love it. It's something I always think about.
Is your little, if you look at an object and it's like, that has a durability of 2.
It's got a durability of 40, cost of 10 every hit.
Mm-hmm. Tyler sees the world through RPG eyes. Yeah. Whenever he talks to an NPC, it's just like an Oblivion. You could see their love bar or whatever, their facial expression.
Shirt has a +6 to charisma.
Tyler's re-rolling his stats for the apocalypse.
Hey, it's new me. I'm gonna pick up new class. I might be a paladin. Big shocker there for anybody who knows me. After that, I started taking backcountry roads and just start heading north to the cold, assuming that we can slow them down with the cold. Mm-hmm. Hopefully that, we'd have to see what happens. But usually that's a pretty large factor, is weather. Yeah, I guess I don't know where to go from that.
Well, that would be your first step.
Right, these are literally my first steps. Like, this is how I'm going to try and survive for the next maybe a week or so.
Yeah, and the first step is just like, where are you going to go? And again, we're doing, it's just yourself.
Exactly. So
it's just you, off work, where do you go? So your first move would be, hit your gas station. Like, duh. There's tons of water. There's food. Mm-hmm. There's, I'm sure if you looked hard enough in there, you could probably find some sort of blunt metal object.
Yeah, we have several that I can think of.
Yeah, just anything that would survive at least, I don't know, like 4 or 5 zombie kills.
Mm-hmm.
Before you can find like some rebar or a crowbar.
Right.
Something like that. Shit, you might even have a crowbar. Who knows? I don't know. I've never checked.
I personally don't own one.
No,
we might have one at the store.
Yeah, you might have one at the store.
Probably do.
It's a very versatile store.
Yeah.
But they're not paying us to advertise, so I'm not advertising.
Exactly. I would like to keep my job.
Yeah, maybe. Well, you keep your job, but it would be free whoring, which I don't do.
Yeah.
We also don't advertise anything on here because we're not really monetizing this.
Exactly.
So yeah, Tyler's first move would be looting a store, gassing up, and heading north.
Yep.
Mine would be trying to go to an auto mechanic shop, and then from there finding a small town grocery store. And Dan's would be sporting goods,
choosing the risky route.
Very risky.
It could definitely have a good payout though.
Oh, totally. He could pay out.
Yeah,
easy. Dan, you could fucking pop in and be like, oh yeah, nobody thought to go to Dick's Sporting Goods or whatever. And you get a fucking hockey stick and like an aluminum bat. You're good for quite a few zombie kills.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Now, so I have looked this up. Because I do remember hearing something about it.
Mm-hmm.
The U.S. government does have a zombie plan.
Yes. The CDC specifically.
Yeah. They have a scenario for everything.
The U.S. Army, the Pentagon has a zombie plan called Counter Zombie Dominance Plan.
That's awesome.
Or otherwise known as Con Plan 888811.
Yes.
Interesting. Did not know that. That's
awesome. And it is quoted, this plan was not actually designed as a joke.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. It, from what I understand, to build off of Dan, from what I've only seen a YouTube video of it. It's not like I've dug into it. Sorry if I'm wrong. I'm just some idiot.
Just a guy on the internet.
I'm sure you're not here to hear me be correct. You guys are here to listen to fun stories and us be assholes at how much we'd suck each other's dick for.
Exactly.
But no, with the zombie apocalypse plan, they use that for graduates who are to, like, they have like a scenario plan for everything. Like, once the thought comes up, the government, whoever's like a crisis team sits down and thinks like, okay, what if a nuke hit here? What if zombies happen? And zombies are the easiest like test to gauge a applicant's ability to write out a plan.
Oh, nice.
Because it's like, yeah, everybody knows zombies. Like, we don't have to tell this kid like, oh yeah, there's 10 nuclear silos under DC, and so if it gets hit and this, it's just like, what happens if zombies? And so it's like an initiation thing.
Interesting. Cool.
But I'm sure they have like an official one like Dan has said, but I know that's a test for applicants.
Yeah.
It is a 31-page strategy that is in 3 parts.
31? I feel like this should be 100.
I mean, well, are they using Type 12 font?
They're using Type 12 font in 14 periods.
I mean, I think I could actually look at it, but I think it wants money to look at the actual thing. But
of course, it's the government. They don't want anything. You can't get away with anything for free.
It says
you're the president.
The first
$750.
The first part is to create and uphold a defensive plan to protect humankind from mind-munching predators. Second,
just mind munchers.
Yeah.
Nom, nom, nom.
Establish procedures to eradicate any threat of zombies. And third, restore law and order to a war-ridden economy.
I mean, yeah, I guess your 3-step program to lose 30 pounds in 30 days, I guess.
and they have classified zombies into 8 different categories, I guess.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Do they have a tank, like in Left 4 Dead?
Don't, because I can't actually look at the full thing. I'm just reading. It's from history.com, which is the history channel.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it says into 8 categories ranging from your run-of-the-mill undead created through bacteria and pathogens in the air, and evil magic zombies created by a mystic, unknown source.
Like voodoo, I guess.
I think of a bunch of stiff suit motherfuckers with cigars sitting down like, what about magic zombies?
Yeah.
Like puts a cigar back in, he's like entirely serious. And the intern's like, haha, yeah, what about those?
Alright, section 3.
Another class of zombie, he rolls stats.
They also have vegetarian zombies.
Is
there
any details?
Vegetarian zombies who eat herbaceous foods to satiate their unending craving for grains.
Is that supposed to be a joke?
I'm sure they're literally just covering every single base they could think of. Like Steven said, if they could think of it, they just were like, hey, let's cover this.
Okay.
To me, it sounds like, and hear me out, rabbits. Just a lot of rabbits. Yeah. And they go through and they're like, we don't give a fuck about your chemicals. We're eating this cornfield. Yeah. It's ours. You're done. Yeah. And it's like, I mean, I guess I can't stop you. I only got so many BBs.
Yeah. I guess that makes sense. Okay.
That's all I can think of for a vegetarian zombie, unless he's got unless he's got AirPods and a fucking beanie. Flip flop ass motherfucker.
Retains your morals from the previous slide. Can't eat a person.
Darius murder.
Now it says there's one of these categories that's based in actual reality.
Is it the fungus one?
No, chicken zombies is what they're talking about. So apparently in 2006, in Petaluma, California, they were euthanizing poultry and using carbon monoxide. Apparently, some of the hens started crawling out of the piles of dead bodies because their internal organs had not yet failed.
Oh.
So they're I don't know if their brain was still working. I don't know. I'm gonna see if I can find more about this, but I'm assuming that their whatever was controlling their muscles or whatever internal organs were still helping them move hadn't quite failed yet.
Weird. Yeah, you should definitely keep looking that up as we keep talking.
I have 2 cents to add to that. I know from a lot of extensive research, clearly I'm qualified
so
for
much
everything.
Research.
When you shoot an animal in the head and destroy its brain, almost every time its body will jump.
Yep.
Because a whole lot of energy is stored in the spinal cord or something like that. And it's regulated by the brain, but when the brain is gone, it spasms out. And it usually, if you hit a rabbit in the head, from what I understand, it will jump super high and hit the floor, and it will do the death jitters.
Yeah.
But if you hit it in the heart and it bleeds out, it just blacks out and dies.
Right. Yeah, because it's weird because that it doesn't have the same reaction time, even though you're shooting it directly in the head, but all those neurons are still able to fire in that 1/1,000,000th of a second or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all the neurons fire immediately. Of course, its first reaction is jump out of the way of danger, even though it's already dead.
It's gone. Oh, it doesn't know.
And then after that, it's just, the muscles reflexing, still trying to just run, just go, just spend everything we have, even though it's already gone. And it has no way of telling itself that because everything is malfunctioning since the main part is no longer able to send signals afterwards.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like a third brain. Because, our brains are made up of two brains. There's the left half and the right half, and I can't remember exactly which is which. But I know one part of your brain is for speech. It's in charge of most things, and the other brain just kind of helps it.
Yeah.
So if your spine was kind of like, all right, let's just fucking fire it off, and it's trying to do its thing, but it's not a brain. It's just a collection of like nerves and other shit.
With that, it's kind of strange though, because you still have like phantom movement and stuff like that with your arms, where there have been, I don't know if it's studies or experimentation, whatever you want to call it, where like they were able to like split them, and like the left side would start doing its own thing, almost like it had its own personality.
Yes.
But the only time like it doesn't do that is like when everything's connected the way it's supposed to be.
Because they can talk to each other.
Right, and it's super weird and kind of creepy in a way. It's kind of cool.
Yeah. I watched a video about it, and it was an old treatment for epileptics. They would cut the brain, and they would sever all the connections in between the two sides.
Yeah.
In a very basic sense. Obviously, I'm not a fucking scientist. Send all your complaints to wecouldcast@gmail.com. I would love content. But, yeah, from what I understand, it can go so far that when you're asked your favorite color, both brains can hear it, and your hands will pick two different colors.
Yeah, like, it's weird that, like, I guess we all always have at least two personalities inside of ourselves, sometimes more, and it's crazy that it works like that.
Yeah. I think I also heard that, from what I saw, if you are asked to draw a picture with both hands, when your brain is separated, you will have really well-detailed drawings on both sides, and you'll be drawing independently.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's weird. And I want to say your other hand will try to help the other or impede against it.
Okay.
So you'll try to like grab like a coat for the day, or you'll be asked like, okay, go grab your coat, and you'll reach up and grab two different coats.
Oh.
And it's like, oh, sorry, whatever side my brain.
Sorry, Lefty, we're going with tweed today.
Sorry, I'm going with cringy fucking MTV sweater. Yeah, man, it's wild. It's weird to think that there's another part of your brain, like they're working in conjunction now, but if they were to separate, there would be another person living in your head.
Yeah. Who
is also you, but not you.
Right. That is mind-boggling.
Yeah, so there's your nightmare fuel.
Yeah.
Dan?
Were you able to find anything more about those hens?
No. The link I clicked from History Channel just brought me to an article talking about it, and all they just said what History Channel told you.
Oh, okay.
Damn it. That was really interesting.
I even tried doing more of a Google search, and there wasn't much more to it. Yeah. But, I mean, I can see how, because, like, it's kind of the same thing as when you cut off the head of a chicken. Sometimes it'll still run around for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then that's probably the nerves in the spine we were talking about.
Yeah. That's still super cool. Absolutely fascinating. I love it.
Yeah, it's cool. I don't know, man. It's a weird last, like, science experiment.
Now,
whatever. What?
If we want to go further with this government thing, by the way.
Oh, the government plan. Yeah, we didn't even touch base on how chicken zombies are a thing. We're just like, oh yeah, fucking shooting things in the head.
Oh, yeah. But, so that's the only thing that they have that's based in reality that they've seen is when things like that happen.
Sure.
But they also have, in that plan, the possible legal ramifications of attacking zombies.
Legal ramifications.
No. It says, as it turns out, laws prohibiting military violence, both domestically and internationally, are only geared towards human and animal life. So in the case of an invading horde of unknown pathogenic beings, zombies seem to be fair game.
Okay.
Oh, I was going to say, who is the zombies' lawyer?
Right.
I know, I was starting to, when I started reading that at first, I was like, are they going to tell us that we can't defend ourselves?
Who's representing the zombies?
Zombies have rights too. The worst part is this year specifically has shown us that there will be a group like that. There will be a group that will fight against people for zombie rights to make them like a part of the society.
I don't have the energy to argue with people anymore. I just don't.
It's gonna be the anti-maskers. It's gonna be those fucking the Proud Boys.
Mm-hmm.
Just dumb motherfuckers like that. Oh my god.
It's just like, no.
Well, at least, I mean, if the zombie, we'll call them zombie sympathizers. The zombie simps.
Yep.
Fucking simps. I hate that word.
Simps.
It's so stupid.
It makes me think of monkeys. Like, I know it's short for like sympathizer, and I'm hoping it is, because that just makes sense. But let's say the zombie simps are there. They will be weeded out immediately. Because they're going to be like, oh, this zombie has a life and everything matters and da-da-da-da-da. And then they'll get bit and you'll be like, cool, you're both fair game. And you fucking pop. And that's the end of that shit.
The CDC one that you were talking about, Tyler?
Yes.
They actually made a graphic novel called The Preparedness 101 Zombie Pandemic.
Ooh, I might have to buy that.
What art style is that in?
It's like... I'm going to send you guys the link because
I just imagine it in like I want to imagine it in a Marvel or DC type of
it's
Marvel
free.
DC.
You can just read it.
Oh yeah, and we will. But yeah, I want to imagine it like that, like an American illustration type. But there's a part of my brain
that's
just like it's weeb.
It's very.
I want it to be.
It looks like a fifth grader did it. Like, I'm not, there's some frames in here that I'm looking at. Like, this guy's hand looks like it's completely broken in half and just flopping around. And I know, like, I'm not an artist.
I draw houses.
Like, I draw lines. And sometimes they curve. Like,
sometimes they curve. Just like my dick, it curves to the left. About 4 degrees. I have used Dan's compass to tell me that.
What?
Or no, I'm sorry, protractor.
What? I don't... Alright.
Right, I thought it was on your computer. I just put my balls on your screen for no reason.
Interesting. So...
Love you.
Yeah, it's very... This is an interesting thing that I'm looking at here.
Is it the CDC's graphic
novel? It's
okay.
I don't even know how to describe it.
Is it like, hey, Jerry the intern, we need some art made up, and we heard that you took a year and a half of art school. Like that kind of bad, or?
Yeah.
Aww.
I would almost say it was, hey, Jerry, we need this done. What's your kid doing tonight?
Oh, man.
Oh, his poor fucking kid had to do work. He was like, I just want to go to school and put mud up my nose. And now I gotta fucking draw for my dad. And his dad was like, I'll give you a cookie.
Cookies!
He's like, I don't want a cookie. And he'd be like, well, I'll save you from Uncle Dave.
Oh, no.
Like, some things are done well in this, but it's when it comes to drawing a person, it's not great by any means. The zombies look better than the non-zombie people.
Jesus Christ.
And that's because the deformities look fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god, there's multiples of them. What is happening?
Ooh.
There's like part 2. I'm not even reading it, I'm just looking through it.
Mm-hmm. Back to zombies, though.
Their car is on E. They're gonna die.
Oh, they fucked.
Thank you for letting us know.
You're welcome. Oh, they didn't die. Okay.
Dun, dun, dun. Anyways, back to zombies, Dan. So, we all discussed our first move, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that was just kind of where we're going to go, what we're going to do, yada, yada, yada. What would be your secondary? Like, are you going to be... Like, are you going to roam from place to place? Or are you going to find a place to bunker down? You know what I mean? Are you just going to, like, drift?
I feel
Will
like...
you become a part of a group? Or are you going to try to bunker down in a country home and kill the old people? Just take their home and their cookies.
Is that a reference to something?
Kinda, I guess.
Okay.
What's that movie? Aftermath? It's like the nuclear fallout. The movie I just bought. That's kind of what it is. Like, nukes hit, and people are like, oh, fuck, and they bunker down in the basement, and they die from radiation.
Gotcha.
Sorry for spoilers.
Never heard of it. I
Spoilers.
feel like, personally, I would probably go solo for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe one or two people.
In Kirito.
Trying to... I'm a beater.
Beta.
Try to keeping it as small as possible. Also, I feel like drifting would be physically harder to do if you don't know how to survive on your own, but also the easiest way to not get trapped, because the hardest part about staying in one spot is eventually you're going to make a footprint, is the easiest way to put it. Like, your presence will be made at a specific spot.
Yep.
Somebody will notice, whether that's zombies or other people. And personally, I don't trust people that much. Like, the moment any outsiders were to come in and be like, I don't know you, I don't know, like, your background, like, what you've done, what you're willing to do, I don't know how many people's feet you've shot out just to escape. You don't know.
Yeah, you don't, I suppose. So Tyler would be more a bit drifty in solo, or at least into a group of maybe 3.
Yeah, trying to always stay on the move.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Dan, what about you? Are you bunker down, drifting, find another group?
I don't know. I haven't really thought about that. I think
because that would be like phase 2, you know?
Right. The long-term survival at this point.
Yeah, like the bug out, and then now we're here.
I don't know. To me, I think probably keep moving for a while, but at some point, kind of bunkering down would probably be better.
Mm-hmm.
Just because at some point you're gonna start overlapping where you've been going, and
also true. Yeah,
that is true.
And then once you find a good place to bunker down, then you can go get resources and bring them back, rather than having to scavenge all the time, and then possibly end up, going somewhere where you've already scavenged, and then you're kind of SOL at that point.
Right. Yeah, because then you have nothing.
Yeah, and that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think, I don't know, me personally, I think I would drift for a bit. I might try to join, like Tyler, just maybe like a couple of people. Not so many that if I were to be sacrificed, it would be a huge win.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I joined a group of like 11, and they were like, well, the zombies are coming, and Steven just broke his leg, or Steven doesn't have as much ammo or food or whatever.
Yeah.
Push him to the zombies so we can leave.
Yeah.
I think it would be like a group of like 2, or like I'd find another buddy, or maybe 2 others, but I would try to keep it between 1 party member or 2.
Yeah, something where you have to depend on each other, so there is no like choice in the matter. Like, I have to keep this person with me.
Exactly. And I don't know if I would like try to stay with them forever, but if you find that good click, it's like, bam, I got that good click. This person isn't going to push me down the stairs to try to escape.
Yeah.
Because and we'll try to like divvy up resources so we're not tempted to do that. And it's easier to do that if it's 2 people, but if it's like, well, the zombies are coming and there's 10 of us, we can sacrifice 1/10 of the resources to get everybody out of here.
Right.
And that's pretty shitty. But I could do solo for a while, but it's nice to have a night watch.
Also true, yeah.
And I think, anybody else have anything to add to it, or?
Not really.
No?
No, I think I'm good on that point.
Okay.
I'm just looking up more stuff about
chicken zombies.
Well, no, who's talked about the surviving the zombie apocalypse.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Like National Geographic has an article about what adventure skills you need to have and keep up on to survive the zombie apocalypse, and there's quite a bit.
Right, yeah.
Number 1, running.
No,
yeah.
well, I don't know
yes.
if they're necessarily in any sort of order, but the first one you come to is knowing how to build a fire.
Mm-hmm.
Build a fire?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes, of course. Yeah, basic camping skills, right?
Right, right. And then even more advanced camping skills, like being able to forage for your own food and not pick the poisonous plants.
Yes.
Forage
identifying just like
job.
Botany in general, so important.
Yeah, I know. Personally, right now, I'd absolutely fail at that.
Same. I have no fucking clue.
Yeah.
I would probably eat poison oak.
Yeah.
I would have to default on if there's a whole lot of berries in this bush, they're probably not good.
Yeah.
Because nobody's eating them.
Right. Clearly, animals aren't eating these, therefore, I should probably not eat these.
Yeah. You get the drug berries. Go on a trip and then fucking die.
Yeah, dehydrate yourself 12 hours later.
Or you're just high as fuck and you hug a zombie thinking it's your parents or your girlfriend and then you just get eaten.
Frederick, it's so nice to see you again.
Oh, thank you for the kinky bite, Frederick. And the camera jumps out and your eyes are like, and this guy's ripping out your jugular.
Oh, what a way to go.
Right? What a fucking horrible.
I will say, if I do get bit, it'd be nice if I was super high so I didn't have to feel it.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what morphine's for.
Yeah, like, I've been physically bit by people before, and it hurts.
Oh, yeah.
A lot.
It's not a cut through, it's a tear.
Yeah. It is super sharp.
Yeah.
And you feel it for hours.
Yeah.
It does not go away. It sucks.
It's not fun, especially if it's not consensual, it's not fun.
Well, yeah. It was no play bite. It was literally us beating the hell out of each other, and then they think it's a good idea to bite, and I'm just like, nah, not cool. Anyways, that's a story for another day.
This is, again, a kink-friendly podcast.
Yes.
Alright, so that would bring up, I would say phase 3, our CDC friends.
Mm-hmm.
Phase 3, long-term. What are you guys looking to do in the apocalypse? Are you going to stay drifting? Are you going to try to build up a new society or join a society? Are you just going to bunker down, or are you going to keep drifting for the rest of your life? What's your end goal? Are you going to try to stop the apocalypse, spread it? Everything's on the table. You could be a dick.
Be all Walking Dead and have a bunch of zombies with me.
Cut off their jaws and wait for them to starve.
I'd probably just play it by ear. I would probably just keep roaming, essentially, and see how long I can make it until I eventually give up or something shitty happens.
Sure. So you wouldn't do, The Walking Dead season, 3 or 4 when they join the town?
Yeah, no. Personally not me. Yeah.
Okay. What about, Dan?
I don't know. It kind of depends on how it's going.
Let's put
a timestamp on it. Let's put it 6 months down the road, so... Plenty has been done about the issue, but it's still there.
To me, if I don't see a light at the end of the tunnel of getting out of it, then I don't see a point of trying to keep going.
But, okay,
sure.
So say 6 months to a year, governments failed, militaries failed, but there are small encampments of say 50 to 100 people who have been able to create essentially small villages / societies.
Mm-hmm.
Would you be willing to join one of those, or would you rather be an outskirt or just still kind of doing your own thing?
A waster.
Yeah.
I don't know, I'd probably join one just solely because of then it takes some of the work off of you.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because then you don't have to do everything.
And it's a sense of community too. Even if you join those weird ones where there's a law where you have to sacrifice every third baby because it's their, I don't know, it makes plants grow big.
Or well, if it's something weird like that, I'd just would probably leave.
Fair enough.
Welcome to the cult of Babylonia.
If I stumbled upon a cult, I'd be like, it was nice meeting you guys, but I'm gonna head out.
It's nice seeing you guys. Do you guys do blood sacrifices? Yes?
That's a deal breaker for me.
I don't know. Do you guys have AKs and a bunch of ammo? How about food? How are you doing on food? Potatoes? Oh, man. A fucking toss up for me. Well, I think...
What's Piper's view on it?
Piper's view is that she wants to knock over my fucking foam board again.
Meow.
Don't you little dick. Say hi to everybody.
There.
Meow.
Bye.
I think for me personally, I don't know if I would try to join a society. I might try to start a society.
Okay.
And I would try to do... And again, it depends on how many people I've been roaming with. But I would try to set up a society controlled, or governed by a council.
Okay.
Like a sort of republic. Like a small... I guess we wouldn't be voted for. We just kind of... somebody has to do the job.
Yeah.
And I would try to hit the council to at least an odd number of members. So 9 members.
What do you think your laws would be like? Would it be Mesopotamian, eye for an eye, finger for a finger sort of thing? Or would it be we're trying to recreate the old civilized world and try to keep those basic laws in place? It wouldn't have to be like Alabama laws where it's no. You can't have ice cream in your back pocket on a Sunday, but reasonable.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Alabama.
Alabama.
Roll Tide.
If you're in Alabama, you should be ashamed. Heartbeat, Bill.
Well, Jesse.
I would say a lot of the laws would probably be Mesopotamian in that sense.
Okay.
So if you murdered somebody, you would be put to death.
Okay.
And I'm not a believer in the death penalty, but it's such a small community and there is such little room for error that we don't have time for that shit.
Yeah.
So if you fucking kill somebody, like, I mean, we would try to investigate it as best we could.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's like, yeah, he got shot in the face with a fucking shotgun and Tim's the only one with a shotgun.
Yeah.
Well, Tim.
Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, and then if that happens again, I don't know, man. We're going to have to fucking martial law and it's just, whole society falls apart. But we can't, like, you can't let it go on.
I don't know. Tim's looking a little sus over there.
Don't plug Among Us in this fucking YouTuber. I don't know. I feel a lot of it would be, one for one. If you stole something, I don't know if I don't want to, like, maim you or anything in a sense. No. Fucking douchebag. Dan tagged you in Facebook. I wouldn't want to, like if little Jimmy stole a loaf of bread, I wouldn't cut off his fucking finger. But it would be, like, it would have to be either some sort of incarceration or, like, manual labor.
Yeah.
Like, hard fucking labor. Because I can't afford to have a bunch of people missing fingers. And it's like, well, you need to shoot a gun or hit things with blunt objects or stab things.
Get rid of the useless ones, your middle and your ring finger.
Yeah, but I feel like that if it's the apocalypse and society is so crumbled like you had discussed, I think everybody needs every finger. And I wouldn't, like, we wouldn't do, say, like a beating.
Oh, like 40 lashes sort of thing?
Yeah, like we wouldn't do that because then it's like, well, you're fucking useless for who knows how long. Because we just beat the fuck out of you.
Possibly forever.
Possibly forever. Could have been Spinal Tap and that's the end of him.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I probably wouldn't do any sort of incarceration. It would probably be so many days of hard labor or be shot.
Yeah.
And the hard labor would be either setting up walls, digging trenches, digging new, like, sanitation areas such as like cat holes.
Depending on the severity of the crime, it almost might just be easier for, like, excommunication.
And that too. But at the same time,
you need to leave. If we see you, we will shoot you on sight.
Yeah, but and there could be issue in that too. Like, I don't want to be the dictator, but I kind of am in a council of 9. It's my cover story. It's the council. It's the Democratic People's Republic of North Korea. It's a puppet government.
Jeez.
No, because I feel, and obviously you guys weigh in, but if you excommunicate somebody, they could get pissed and not like tomorrow, next week, next month, but in a couple of years, swing through after they got their big dicks,
right,
and try to take you down.
Yeah,
and it's just a future problem, like pull the problem out by the roots.
Right, and that's always a possibility, which is why I don't go into big groups.
And that's totally, I get it.
Yeah,
and that would be why I would start the community or help start it. I don't know. I feel like for any crime below murder, hard labor, but at murder or attempted murder, we're going to pop you.
Yeah.
That's it. We're going to put you outside, and it's not even going to be a gunshot. We're not wasting a bullet. I'm going to fucking tie you to a tree and stab you. Like, Jesus Christ, you.
Oh my God.
I'm not going to break your fucking legs, but it's like, okay, dude, do you want to get stabbed or do you want me to cut your throat?
Where's his liver again?
Yeah.
Stab.
And fuck, that would come with their own problems, so they might try to scream to take down the rest of us.
Yeah. There's a lot to it. There's a lot of layers.
I wonder if we'd have to, like, hold a trial and be like, all right, yeah, we'll fucking kill you, and then just, I don't know, strangle him there.
Yeah.
Or do like a Caesar execution where he just comes to work one day and 30 guys pull out knives and stab him.
Jeez.
I mean, you guys weigh in. What laws? Like, how would you do laws?
Well,
I don't know. That's why I'm not a politician.
Okay. Well, politicians aren't really qualified to make laws.
Well, you know what I mean. That's why I'm not in the position to make laws.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how would you like laws to be carried out? You know what I mean? Like, would you incarcerate people? Would you do a death penalty? Would you cut off fingers? Would you excommunicate?
I think it's kind of like what you said. I think with kind of depends on the severity.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I mean, yeah, for like lesser crimes, like if Jimmy stole some bread, it's like, okay, that's theft. And like today, if I went to the store and stole a loaf of bread, they're gonna be pissed at me. But I don't know,
a few hours fine. You might have a couple days in jail or some garbage.
Not even. I bet you'd have community service.
Yeah.
That sounds about white.
Well, it'd be about 16 hours of community service. I don't know where that number comes from, but about that. So, yeah, I don't know. If it was stealing a loaf of bread in zombie apocalypse or any apocalypse time, a loaf of bread is almost worth as much as gold.
Yeah.
I'll fucking spank you.
Not
spank
me.
Dan. Oh, both of you. I don't give a shit.
Ooh.
What? I'm so confused.
It's okay.
Piper just trying to mess with the
What
phone
happened?
again.
The cat's trying to knock down the fucking foam boards. I'm telling you, I'm gonna get a Nerf gun one day and just fucking shoot her with it. But that'll make a loud noise in the podcast.
Well, I mean, people don't know what's happening.
No?
No. Well, I mean, they listen to this and boom.
Just be meow!
Run, you hear the skittering. Then she goes into the corner and you hear,
Yeah. Oh my god, you spiked so hard there.
oh, I did. That's gonna get reduced.
Yo.
Oh, by like 20 decibels. Yeah, Tyler, what if you joined a society? How would you run?
If I had to join a society,
Mm-hmm.
and I had to be a leader of the society,
Or have some weight on laws and punishment?
Let's say you're on like the. Let's just say you're like on the, I don't know, like the town board.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, jeez.
like the Teldori Council.
Critical role.
Critical role.
Hey, who's on the Teldori Council?
Makes a note on his board. There goes another one.
No, wait, no.
Oh, see, that's such a hard decision for me because I legitimately hate any kind of management position.
Yeah.
I hate being in that, like, hey, you have responsibility and people are depending on you, like, to make sure things go right. So, to even be in that position would be difficult. How would I run it? As passively as possible. Just in the background, I'm sorry.
No, and that's the answer I think we both expected. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dan? It's Tyler.
Dan?
What?
There you are.
Did you expect that answer from Tyler?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
I
got a very kind of important text message. Sorry.
That's right. Let's put Tyler with a situation.
Okay.
You're on the council, which also acts as judge and jury, and we'll say it's in Steventown. We'll call it Firefall because it's my favorite thing to call everything.
Sure thing.
And not that it matters. It matters for canon. The pudding story. Tell it.
Tell me the pudding story.
Let's say there was a trial that came before, like everything's been done. The guy is proven guilty, and let's say he assaulted another man in a bar, and like they're both scruffed up, but they're still able-bodied. But it was like one of them broke a beer bottle and slashed the other's face. One got caught in the jaw. I mean, broke a nose or something.
Okay, so they're clearly both at fault here.
Yeah, so let's say these two get brought to you, and they'll say, like, Suspect 1 started the fight, Suspect 2 broke the bottle. How would you punish both of them? If you were punishing... Well, I mean, Broken Bottle Man broke a bottle.
Yeah.
I think probably some form of incarceration would be the best possible choice there. Geez, this is difficult.
Isn't it?
This is, like, hardest possible thing for me. Like, I hate making these decisions.
Well, and you got to think that, like you said, your town maybe has 100 people in it.
Right. So we need everybody.
Like, would you incarcerate manual labor? I don't know. Take resources from them.
I mean, at that point, I feel like the community probably shares resources that nobody has, like, their own individual thing. It's just like everybody eats everyone's food, essentially.
So you would run a bit more of a I wouldn't even say socialist, more of like a communist.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Yeah. Because there's no, like, economy to really work with at that point. Like, the only things of trade would be, like, the only things worth value would be other things of, like, food, ammunition, artisanry, like leatherworking, animal work, things of that nature, where essentially, like, what?
Agriculture.
Oh, agriculture, yeah. I thought you said egg, and I was just like, yes,
it came out.
Eggs are a very valuable resource.
If you bring a chicken,
high in protein.
he comes to court, and one pulls out a chicken, and he's like, I have chicken. He's
I have chicken to give.
You are fine. You are sentenced to death.
I mean, that would actually be an interesting way. Okay, so I suppose if we wanted to, like, find resources, then, like, almost a form of community service, depending on what their type of service to the community is. Wow, that was very redundant, and I am sorry.
No, it's okay. I'll totally cut that out. What minute was that?
Don't you dare.
Was that
Don't you
one?
dare. You leave that in there.
Tyler's going
to you leave that in there.
Tyler's going to get the hiccups.
No, I'm good. But yeah, like...
So Stalin
like,
here.
Like, say, like, the town's blacksmith or whatever, like, has to provide so much of his services for free.
Yeah.
To the community.
Well... okay. Sorry.
Go ahead, Dan.
Well, no, because that brings up a completely different, like, side of things.
Sure.
That I was going to bring up. So once you're done, I'll...
Yeah, I'm pretty much good at where I'm at. I think I've made my point clear.
Okay, so you would use their craft or their usefulness to the community at a free expense.
Essentially.
Like they would have to do so many projects or maybe work so many extra shifts at like night watch and not be air quote paid for it.
Right.
And like maybe they're paid in like ration cards or just bullets.
Yeah.
Or even I don't know, like blunt weapons or knives or
some form of limitation or something.
Or water.
That's what I was going to bring up is, the whole working for free thing. It's like, well, currency is kind of like a moot point because you don't have like I guess that also kind of brings in a question: at one point during this, do you start saying, okay, we need to have a form of currency instead of just like everybody helping each other out type of thing?
Yeah.
I feel the first forms of currency, like the dollar, is dead. Nobody's going to use that piece of paper for anything but to wipe their ass.
Right.
And even then, it's too small to wipe your fucking ass. So I guess you could wipe your pussy with it. Like, there's that.
I mean,
I got a fat one.
I mean,
got a fat pussy.
Oh, God.
My fupa.
I haven't heard that fucking phrase.
Oh, that took a corner. That took a real left corner.
Yeah, left corner into Tyler's fupa. Oh my God.
I was gonna say Tyler could teach you how to wipe with $1 because he can do it with a 1 square of toilet paper.
That's true.
I have learned how to do this. This is true.
Yeah.
What a fucking skill. You wash your hands a lot.
I mean, get some sanitizer afterwards. You're fine.
Of course. But no, I feel the first forms of currency are going to be some sort of tribal currency, such as trading like chickens, trading potatoes, ammunition.
The barter system.
Yeah. It would just, and everything would have their own value depending on where it came from. Like if you go to a community that has like a small town, I'm sure bullets aren't going to be the big thing. Food probably won't even be the big thing, but you could probably get a lot for new weapons. Like if we had an excess of shotguns in the big city or whatever.
Or even other resources such as like lumber or something like that.
Oh,
like building materials.
Probably. Or like bricks or just anything. Or even back to punishment. Somebody could become an indentured servant. I'm sorry, slavery. But like if you're going to murder somebody and you're not going to put them to death, they might as well be a slave for like 20 years or something.
Yeah.
And you could sell them to another community for resources.
I mean,
it's primal, dude.
This is the hard part about rebuilding a society is a lot of
there's
ethics
not a whole lot of shit
that we have in place that aren't It's that's a touchy topic.
It's super touchy, but you could, if you think of it from my incredibly cold logic perspective, if he committed murder, or she committed murder, and we pop her, that's one able body gone on top of the able body they took. So you might as well make use of them somewhere else, because we need every working hand to fucking rebuild the world.
Right.
I mean,
and even like
they could be useful as bait.
Yeah, and that would, I mean, that's in a different way another slavery.
Yeah.
I mean, they're dead.
But it also...
Yes, they're dead.
Like, you say, like, cold, hard logic, but the thing is, most people do not work on cold, hard logic. Most people are very sentimental and emotional.
Yeah, I'm sorry, my brain is different.
And therefore, it's a little hard to persuade people to agree to this in the first place, because these would have to be things that would have to be thrown out immediately.
Of course.
A lot of people probably don't like that idea.
No, well, then you shouldn't have fucking killed one of my best working people, or my captain of the night watch.
Yeah.
Like, now your life is forfeit, bud.
Right. Yeah, it's an interesting, but also very touchy topic.
Yes. Well, and this is all,
very hypothetical.
Oh, yes, incredibly hypothetical. I shouldn't have to preface this. Slavery bad.
Yes.
Martin Luther King, great. I love MLK. He's great. Fucking, I got the whole documentary. He's a great dude. I have black friends. No, man. In those situations, I can't imagine slavery or indentured servants would be uncommon. But I feel an early barter system would be in place, and certain resources would be worth more in certain areas. But I would say that food and bullets would probably trump everything.
Now, the big question is fashion statements. Are we all dressing up in BDSM?
All right.
Punk rock?
All right.
Oh, God. I guess I could borrow something from Susie. I might Mad Max it.
Yeah.
I think I'd get, like, some sort of metal mask with, like, teeth on it. and the leather jacket with spikes.
You do know that just because they're zombies, that doesn't mean all the clothes on Earth disappear, right?
Well, the zombies all went to the Kohl's or whatever.
They took all the good clothes.
They took all my clothes. They took all the
Jesus
fucking
Christ.
Jordans.
All right.
I had to make moccasins. Which might not be a bad idea, honestly. Moccasins in the apocalypse?
Yeah.
Very quiet.
Properly built ones, not those basic white bitch.
No.
Yeah.
No.
You know what I'm talking about.
No, I'd be talking like I shot a deer and I made fucking moccasins from its skin.
Right.
Talking about...
That's stupid.
Well...
Go the fuck away.
No. I need attention.
No, she doesn't.
Uh...
I think, yeah, recapping, Tyler would probably drift.
Mm-hmm.
Dan would drift, or maybe join a society. And I might start
It depends on the society.
Oh, yeah. You want to shop around.
Yeah.
Check your Amazon, add to cart, and then delete it later once you found a better one.
I mean, you gotta look at the statistics.
You gotta look at the customer reviews.
Yeah. 5-star review, but it's only got 3 reviews.
Well, that's 2 reviews from Mom and Dad and 1 from him. And then we were talking about laws and currencies.
Yeah.
I wonder, what would you... I know this is Tyler's topic, but it's just... Once it starts flowing,
Go ahead.
What would your very first priority be? Let's say we've joined a society or started one. What is your absolute first priority? And I mean, like, are you guys building a wall to keep out the Mexicans? Topical. Are you building a wall to keep out the zombies? Are you building trenches? Are you setting up sanitation areas for people to go shit? Are you putting everything into defense? Are you starting to make fields for crops?
I mean...
You got 100 people.
So, we've got 100 people in somewhere that doesn't have anything started already, or we're starting something.
Right, because you don't just have 100 people just plop down into a field and hope for the best.
Of course not.
You would have to build up to that many people.
Let's
generally
say
you're probably already started it in some town that's already been made before the apocalypse.
Some sort of maybe abandoned small town.
Right. And then from there, like, people would come and you could recruit people into this village.
Mm-hmm.
I doubt, you wouldn't just have, like, a random 100 people just popped into the middle of nowhere.
No. Well, then let's start more realistically. Let's say our traveling band of 2 to 3 people get to this town, and you guys decide, this is a good defensible position, and we should really start rebuilding society. It's been 6 months to a year. We can't just fucking drift around and steal batteries and kill each other anymore. We gotta fucking do something. So, let's say you went through town, and we're saying this is like tiny baby town that maybe had 50 to 100 people in a population. So there's like a few houses and maybe a bar. And that's it. Maybe like a junkyard.
Well, thank God it has a bar.
I'm sure all the liquors.
As well, actually.
Oh yeah, all the liquors there. Your favorite.
I know what my first move is.
All the screwdrivers.
Let's get trash.
Burnt screwdrivers.
White girl wasted.
Defenses would have to be number one.
So defense is number one?
You have to start off with your defenses. Because you can't start creating crops or building anything sustainable if you can get attacked at any moment.
Okay.
Granted, you can get attacked at any moment. Like, that is the point.
Yep.
That you can fend off anything that comes at any moment.
So you would dump all of your resources, the 3 of you, into building up like walls or trenches or reinforcing windows or just like repairing the town.
Essentially, yeah.
And then obviously, I'm assuming you would clear out zombies.
Well, yeah. It's also pretty hard to start a society if you still got people roaming the streets.
Yes.
Yeah, obviously cleared out first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, defenses, noise suppression.
Nah, man, learn to live together.
What?
Learn to live together with the zombies.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could be the indentured servants. They could be the slaves.
Have you seen the end of Shaun of the Dead?
Exactly.
Yes.
Plays video games with them.
Play PlayStation 1. We can play Need for Speed or whatever the fuck.
The freaking the game show that they have going on.
Oh, yeah.
I keep moving back and forth.
You do. You keep toting around. I'm like, this mic is not meant for this.
Might be.
Está bien. So you would focus on defenses. Like, well, obviously, I think we would all clear out the zombies first.
Obviously.
So then you would work on, like, erecting walls or even, like, that string and tin can thing.
That's not a bad idea, yeah.
Something like that.
You mean a telephone?
Keep the tin cans on the inside of the building so that way it's alarmed to you, but not alarmed to more zombies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you mean like as an alarm system? I thought you were talking about playing a game of telephone with tin cans.
I mean,
I guess we don't have phones, but
yeah, that would work. Yeah,
you just like I start calling you, and I try to I go boop 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 boop. And like your phone just keeps ringing, and the zombies come and kill you.
Oh. I would just scream "ring" into the can as long as I could.
And then all 3 of us were killed.
Aww.
What about you? What about you, Dan? Would you set up like defensive perimeters first, or what would you do?
I'd probably do the same thing as Tyler.
As Tyler?
Yeah.
Okay.
You dropped out like halfway through your sentence.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it was like I'd do the same thing as, and then blank.
He's dead.
He's
gone.
Yeah. Going through a tunnel.
Going through a tunnel with my home computer.
In my RV.
In my RV. That's how you're able to call us through Discord. I think, for me personally, I obviously clear out the fucking town, kill all the zombies, great. And if we know they're magical zombies, I probably wouldn't waste time burning them. Because they're not spreading an infection through any of those
decomposing bodies or anything.
Yeah, it's not like Ebola. Honestly, I might put my vote in to start agriculture. Like, one of us would take watch up in like a tower or something, or like a high building, and then we would start with a small acre of land and till it. Assuming it's that time of year.
Right, yeah.
If it's like late spring, then they're like, okay, we need to like till shit and like get something started, and we'd have somebody up on watch, and the 2 of you in the field or whatever, and just start being agricultural, and then you have a watch and hope the watch doesn't get killed.
Yeah.
So ideally, if they could just be standing on top of, like, I don't know, like a barrel or something. So, like, maybe not up in a tower. So, like, you can all see each other and see around you.
Mm-hmm.
And just have a guy on watch, and then maybe do it that way. And just start with a field. Or even do some gathering and hunting. And stabbing a cat.
She's just trying to get some water.
Yeah, she's been trying to get water for a million years. But yeah, I think I would start that ag thing. Because the sooner the better.
I mean, yeah.
And then I think step 2 for me would be defenses. Like making a string of tin cans around. She went around to your back right side.
Whatever.
Say you're 5. I think I would do like a string of tin cans, or even just a string around the perimeter. There was this device that they set up in the Hills Have Eyes, where it was like the string of cans around. If an enemy walked through and they would pull the string, there was a fishing rod in between here and there, and it would be connected to the tip of the fishing rod. Like it would go up through the eyes, connect, and then come down. So if he tripped on that side, there'd be a bell at the tip, and it would da-ding, da-ding.
Yeah.
Da-ding. So it'd be like, okay, I know where it's coming from.
Right.
Where tin cans, it's like, well, that's kind of echoey and everywhere.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense, yeah. I'm sure there are other ways to do it as well.
I think I'd start walling off streets, maybe, even.
Right. And
like making specific, like, tunnel pathways through town, but having exits.
Right. Like, it's such a hard hypothetical, because it's like, set up at the town, lay out like how much land is usable for growing food and such, like agriculture. It's a tough hypothetical at that point.
Yeah, super super tough. What about Dan? What would hold on. ST. We'll go to Tyler maybe.
Sure.
One of you fucking flip a coin.
Tails. All right, I'm going. What's up?
That was a real coin. I cut it out. I promise. What would Tyler's second move be?
I mean, after defenses, I'm at that point, yeah. I guess agriculture. I guess there's not a whole lot of like choice from there.
Well, you can start ag, or you could look for other communities to trade. Well, there's only 3 of you, so I guess you really got to put all your time into it.
Right. Yeah. You have to focus on your spot for a while. Finding a way to create water and food, I guess, would be the next big step. It's kind of one of those things where you kind of have to do both at the same time in a way.
Yeah.
Like, I guess. I don't know. It's hard. If it's only 3 people, you don't have a whole lot of, like, manpower at that point.
No. You got to dedicate 100, like, all 3 of you have to work on the same thing until it's
done.
Essentially, I don't want to say done, but I'd say sustainable. Thank you, Dan. Yeah. What about Dan? Would you jump into ag, or would you start, like, looking around for other guys, or hunting, or...
No, I'd probably do the same thing as you guys. Probably.
Okay. Makes sense.
I would also have someone take stock of how much alcohol there is, because that's going to be needed. You know, for cleaning inside wounds.
Chalk?
Oh, he said alcohol. You cut out pretty hard there, Dan.
You did.
Oh, how did I... I'm all right. Yeah, I would take stock of all the alcohol.
There you go.
I wonder if it's
I would take stock of all the alcohol, try and figure out why the rum is gone, and then use
Jack Sparrow jumps out of the building
for inside wounds.
Almost saying copyrighted music right there, but I stopped myself. Damn it!
Yeah, whatever. It's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, with 3 notes.
But yeah. I mean, that's a pretty good start.
Yeah. Would you guys trade with other communities? Like, would you have a caravan that, like a drifting merchant between you and a bunch of other communities, or would you kind of be like a closed economy?
Probably eventually.
That would have to be like years in the making. That wouldn't happen. That I don't feel like that could happen right away.
No,
because nobody's gonna be trusting each other. No. Like that's the hardest part.
It also kind of depends on what they have, because if they they've got to have something that I want or need.
Yeah, something that we can't create or do on our own.
That makes sense.
But yeah, I think we could probably wrap this up around here. We can definitely continue this more if we'd like.
Yeah, and I'm sure these little ideas will come later, but I mean, we set a basis. Yeah. What we would do by ourselves.
I am curious, where would you go?
Tyler said north.
I would head north, yeah. I'd get cold.
Somewhere small town. I actually don't think I would head north, to be honest. I think I would have a better chance to...
Gotta go down to the bayou.
Somewhere where there aren't crocodiles. Well, maybe crocodiles even. They might be helpful.
You can get the crocodiles, put them in your boat.
Crocodile. I'm thinking of Archer.
Feed the crocodiles.
I'm thinking of Archer with the eco-terrorist and the crocs.
Yo.
Or alligators, Lana. No, I think I would go down south where it would stay warmer longer, and that would only be so that I would have an easier time working outside.
Okay.
So if I needed to stand watch, I wouldn't have to do it here where it's, I don't know, like -15, -35 in the winter versus, I don't know, like Texas and it's maybe coldest of 40.
Right.
It'd be a lot easier. Like, it'd be hot as shit and there'd be droughts occasionally. I'd have to really pick my state. But I don't think I would head north. I might head towards the middle of the country. Maybe like Kansas, where it's a little more tolerable.
Yeah, but then there's Tornado Alley in Kansas.
Well, we're in Tornado Alley right now.
No, we're actually not. But
oh, really?
yeah.
We do not live in Tornado Alley.
We have tornadoes. Tornado
but
Alley.
we don't have tornadoes.
Right, yeah. Theirs are literally like tornadoes every day, multiple tornadoes every day, sort of thing. Where ours is like,
tornadoes once or twice a year.
We have close calls, like once or twice.
We have the easier part of it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'd probably go there. What about you, Dan?
I don't know. I kind of like the idea of going south and going somewhere where it's warmer, easier to work.
All my friends are leaving me.
Dan and I are in a cult, and you're not.
But at the same time, the further south you get, the more like you get the droughts, you get the tornadoes. If you go anywhere near the Gulf or the coast, then you get hurricanes.
Yeah, everywhere has their own cons, which surprisingly do not come up in movies very often.
No, they don't.
Which, and if I were to go north, I'm going all the way to Alaska.
Yeah,
let's be honest.
Super isolated.
Yeah, why would you fuck around?
It's isolated, and there's not a whole lot of people there. And if you go further north,
at that point, your number one killer is going to be the wildlife, and the climate itself.
It's pretty much no different than if you were to go, to the interior of Alaska now.
Right.
Yeah, it wouldn't be any different, except there'd be more things to kill you. Slower, but more things.
Yeah, absolutely.
If they don't all get mauled by bears.
Well, I mean...
Or fucking wolverines.
Yeah, I mean, see, that's the other thing is you're out in the middle of nowhere, Alaska. It would be forever, I would think, before a zombie would stumble upon you in the interior of Alaska.
Right. Presuming they can even physically make it up there.
Yeah. And it would be, I feel like it would hit you like a wave, because they have to go through like the Yukon and all that shit, which is, there's almost nobody that lives in like northern Canada.
Mm-hmm.
So they would probably, it's not like they're going to cut through like Canada. A huge city. And it's like, oh, well, let's take care of these fuckers. There would just be like this sect of zombies that just make it up to Alaska. And it's like, well, shit, if they get there, there is this train of death. And we have to deal with that now.
Yeah.
Of course, wherever they originate from. But unless anybody has anything else to add?
No, I think I'm good for the moment.
I mean, speaking of places, I found a thing. I don't know how reliable it is, but a thing did a little thing about where the safest place to be in the U.S. for a zombie apocalypse. Yeah. And where the worst place is. And they did it. They have methodology behind the mayhem. They did population density, farms per capita, and solar electricity, which I would wrap wind into that too. Their percentages are off because they said population is 45% of the score, farms were 35% of the score, and the solar electricity is 25% of the score, which adds 105%.
Yeah.
So,
nice.
Well,
classic.
Yeah, but according to them, North Dakota is the number one, shortly followed by South Dakota.
And then makes sense.
And then the worst place would be New Jersey.
Well, being in New Jersey right
terrible
now,
place to go anyway.
Our New Jersey listeners, that's a terrible place to live, even outside of an apocalypse.
It's a Jersey thing.
You think we're stupid?
Right. No, yeah, that makes sense though. With North and South Dakota.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
totally makes sense. And New Jersey, that's
also makes a lot of sense.
Snooky. Oh my god. All right, boys.
All right.
I think let's close this out. Dan, you got anything? Any final words? Any words of wisdom?
Never kick a fresh turd on a hot day.
Fantastic.
That's good advice. And with that, we're going to close We Could Cast. It's been nice seeing you, lovelies. We'll see you next time. And maybe the time after that. And the time after that. And maybe one more time.
Why does he do that?
Can we get one more?
One more. Good night, everybody.
See ya.